Well, believe it or not, this is going to be my boss today. Hello, boss.
Hi. Didn't know you had that on.
VideoJoe. Hey, so what are we doing today? What is my project? Come on. What is it?
You're going to make me cool.
Huh?
You're going to replace the air conditioner that doesn't work.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yes, this air conditioner is going to be replaced because the air conditioner, first off, is not working and we need to get it to work. So the best thing to do, this one's kind of old anyways, we're going to replace it. And you know what? You're going to help me lift that old one out and you're going to help me with the other one. I've got it downstairs. You're going to have to carry it up. And when I get ready, you're going to have to help me slip that insert in. Do you think you can help me with that?
I can do that.
Huh? I can't hear you. Speak up a little bit.
I can do that.
You can do that. Okay. All right. So the first thing we got to do, we got to move some furniture. We're going to move this furniture here, and I'm going to bring all my stuff in, and we're going to get ready to go. Nah. We don't need no stinking truck for an air conditioner. We got it right in here. Look at that. An LG. Life is good, baby. Yes, it is, indeedy. This is the air conditioner. And the hardest part of this project is to get it up that flight of stairs. It says REC, recording.
We are recording. This is a test.
Man, I am hot already, and you know what? It's a good thing I'm here to replace this air conditioner. This air conditioner right here, we're going to replace it, and that's going to be the project for today. So if you want to stick around and watch that, do it. Now this is a smaller air conditioner. There used to be a larger one in here, and that white trim is covering it up. And the reason why I know that is because I went on the back side and I checked it all out. Always check your project out first, see if you got a slide-in insert air conditioner or not. Okay, so my first step is I'm going to take this trim off. Now just be careful so you don't gouge into the wall. Little by little, you can take it off. I know you can. Now, before you take the trim off, take your sheetrock knife and gently score it around the edges. That way if there's any caulking there or anything like that, when you go get ready to pull this off, you're not going to rip the paper back. Now you've got to patch that, okay? And then gently start prying it out, kind of like how I'm doing here. And eventually you're going to get it all. Now see, I'm feeling down there and it already feels like it's pulling, and I thought I had it. Look at that. Punk. Do you see that, Miss Camera Woman? See, I didn't score it all the way there, and luckily for me, when I put the new trim on, it's going to cover that.
Lucky for you.
Lucky for me. I believe the trim is going to cover that, and that'll be pushed down. But if the new trim would have been about in the same place, you would have had a pucker. If you would have ripped that, this would have came way down here. In order to fix that, you know, if it rips off the paper, you've got to skim it out, tape it, skim it, texture it, prime it, paint it, the whole ball of wax, okay? So be careful. I didn't do that on purpose either, but I'm glad as I was pulling that off, I kind of felt it, and I felt right there, and I thought I had it scored under there, and I didn't have it all the way. It was actually caught from underneath, okay? Watch that. Now see this is the back side, and the air conditioner that's in there is right there. See, there used to be another one in here, so I know the frame is bigger, so I've checked that all out, okay? So I've got to look underneath here, and I see there's a rail here, and I might have to unscrew that rail. I know it's a little bit dark, but you can see that. Might have to unscrew that rail, but I'm gonna have to lift that up, and I'm gonna pull the trim off. I'm going to pull this trim off right here and see how this is mounted so I can pull this out. Step by step, you can do it. See, I've got this trim off of here, and some wall mount air conditioners fit inside an insert. Some of them, the housing fits in first. The big canister fits in first, then you take the whole guts of the air conditioner, slide that in there. But others don't have that at all. This is one that does not have an insert. This is the whole air conditioner. You put this in all in one go. I don't like those kind. If you ever have a choice, get the ones with an insert. Then you can install the insert first. It's a little bit easier to jockey around into place. Then you can install the insert. There's a tip for you. Ooh wee, that was a stretch. I could not have done that without my partner in crime. Thank you very much for your support and help to get this beast out of there. That was a little air conditioner. It was probably a 6,000 BTU air conditioner, but see, it was a one piece. It wasn't the insert, and because it was an old style one and everything, it's heavy. This one here, believe it or not, it's going to be lighter, and it's a 12,000 BTU. That was a 6,000 BTU, and this 12,000 BTU is going to be actually lighter. Figure that, and it's going to be more efficient, and that's what you want to keep your electricity bills down to a minimum. Now see what they did? Here's the opening, and see, there's a piece of housing in there. That's the old housing from the old air conditioner, and then you put an insert in. And so we've got to cut this sheetrock. See that where that sheetrock hangs out? That's got to be cut back. This other side's hanging out, and the top is hanging over just a little bit. It's like they installed the new air conditioner and took the sheetrock off and repatched the sheetrock around the new air conditioner. And see that where that boo-boo was? I'm gonna have to, now where the tan paint is, that's gonna be covered with new trim, but just down below, that's lifted just ever so little. And I'm gonna have to glue that back down. I'm glad I was being real careful with that. Now see up here, the paint virtually peeled right off the wall, right there, but that's gonna be covered. Okay, that's why you gotta be extra special and careful when you're taking off the trim. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut this back, and the next step is to get this old housing out of there. A very good question indeed. What was that question you had?
About the louver door?
Yeah.
I have a louver door going in to the closet area there. Is that enough air for that air conditioner to vent into that closet?
Probably.
Right now I have to open the door.
Now see, here's a little storage closet outside of a small little lanai area. And that's where they have the air conditioner going out into that area there. And if you've got something like that, you know, that's a possibility, and that's what they've done here. It might give you an idea of what to do at your place. If you got a little storage room like that, you can do it. But see, this door does not have any louvers on it. You could cut a big square louver, rectangular louver at the top of this door, at the bottom of the door, or you can take that door off and you can install a louvered door. That way it'll give plenty of ventilation, because you got to have ventilation for this. You can't just close this up into a closed up area. And what they did before was every time they turned the air conditioner on, they were mindful, or they were supposed to be mindful, to leave this door propped open so that they got fresh air in there. Okay? So, to answer your question, yes, I think the louvered door is going to work out fine.
Really good.
Okay, so now this is the old housing. Now see, I had to cut the sheetrock back to allow to slip the old housing into the room, and you can do that too. You don't have to be on the outside. There's no way on the outside we'd be able to do it anyways, because the washer and dryer is there. Okay, so I cut all the way around it, and ideally this should be a framed opening. What they did is they cut a stud out. There's a stud right about here and right down here. That's all they did. They cut this out. They didn't even put a 2x4 down at the bottom or a little header up at the top or anything like that. They've cut it in, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to take this out now, and we're going to put the other one back in the same way, I believe. So see, usually there's side screws, and that's how the housing gets installed. That takes the whole weight of the air conditioner. You got a couple screws here. So here's one there, one there. Over here we got another one at the top, and then we got one down here at the bottom right there. Okay, There should be one up in here, and somebody missed it, or they decided to leave it out, or whatever. Right up in there. Okay, but it's the side weight. These screws, believe it or not, the ones on the side, the left and the right, that'll hold this whole air conditioner. And that's why I like the ones with the insert, because there's lots more you can do with an insert. Once you get that supported and squared and all that, and don't worry, I'll show you how to do that. Then you take the insert of the new air conditioner, the whole guts slides right in. So see, we've got another insert that matches this existing one exactly. The very same. We're going to slip that in there just like this one. Slide the insert in and call it good. This is one reason why I don't bring a helper with me. I like to do all the stuff myself because I have to answer all these questions. Now, what is it that you had now?
I'm not telling you.
Ask. Ask me. Okay, the question was, because the new air conditioner has a housing exactly the same size as this one, could we use this one? Well, yes, you could use it, but it's probably not angled exactly how I want. First off, it's probably not square. It's kind of rusty, and the new one came with the brand new one. And see, what I'm going to end up doing is I want a certain amount beyond this edge. And see, this one here is on the inside of the sheetrock. So the answer is no, I can't use this, because see, there's little goodies like right there, and then there's a little nib right there. And on this old style, it was designed to fit the old filter frame, you know, and the plastic cover frame. Well, these are probably not exactly in the right place. And what I do is normally there's trim on here on the outside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some trim here. I'm going to allow for that. So the housing's got to stick out beyond the trim a little bit, and we're going to put a slight angle to it so that when you get water and condensation on the bottom of this, and you will get condensation once you turn this on and everything, you want this whole housing at a slight tilt going back, okay? And so I need to line it all up, and I can do all that with the brand new one. So no, we can't use this old one. Now, if I took the old one out and redid it all, yeah, I could probably do that, but what's the point? The other one's brand new. It came with the frame, and I don't want to throw something brand new away. I can take this, throw it away, and be done with it. Hey, since I have the camera here, whenever I think of something, I'm going to show it, okay? Now this bottom on this particular one right here, it actually bends down like an L, straight down, and they've bent the flange down to it too. So I'm going to have to bend that up out of the way or something to get it over this opening. And that's what you need to do. It's a lot easier taking these out from the inside, especially if you're up on a two-story floor or something like that. You don't want to disturb the neighbors or whatever. You can take it out this way. And when you're doing any work like this, use some little protective eyewear. And I've got some little ones here. These are kind of slick. You don't have those, you can wear some sunglasses or something like that. But get some of these. They only cost $4 or $5. I also have some earplugs. And see, they came on a little plastic string, so to speak. Here, see like that? And they have a little carrying case that I hold those in. I use these things all the time. Put those in my ears, protect my ears. You can put a little dust mask on there if you want. I also got a belt on, a back brace type belt around here. This thing here goes all the way around. Also got suspenders on there before I put my nail bag on. Protect yourself before you start working, yes, on your projects. Lower the camera. Come on, I've got a new camera helper here. Now see, on these straps here, you can adjust those. You can pull those up so they go tighter, and that helps hold the weight off your nail bag too. Or if you just have this waistband on, pull those up. So this is adjustable. Be kind to your back. It's the only one you have. You don't want to hurt it.
Much better.